I'm not sure if we've got a point to prove, but obviously if we could get something like a 6-1 scoreline, it would be a pretty big point, I guess. But it's obviously important. 2 games still leading into obviously a really very big tournament. So yeah, there's still some areas of our game that we need to work on and get better at. So it's pretty important 2 games for us.
You don't want to take the foot off the pedal.
Well, no, I don't think going into a tournament like the World Cup, you don't want to do that. You don't want to go in, with any questions about your own personal form or the way the team's playing. So no, from that point of view, we'd be stupid to do that.
Is that the mindset now, in a sense, that you are looking at World Cup preparations?
I guess it's hard not to think about the World Cup. It's so close now. So I don't think World Cup preparations as such, but definitely with probably one eye towards the World Cup. But like I said, it's still an important 2 games for us in the series. And they're 2 games that we're really trying to win.
Ramping up, but apparently going to go into the nets tomorrow, start batting. Be nice to see him.
Ricky, was that?
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently so. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but I think he's really close to picking up a bat. I'm not sure how much he's going to do, but yeah, I understand that's pretty much either today or tomorrow or very soon after that. So let's hope for the team's sake that that comes to his finger, improves quickly, and everything goes all right when he gets around to picking up the bat.
Ken, there's been quite a bit said about Michael Clark's really bitter reception in Brisbane, with quite a few fans booing him. Obviously playing in front of his home crowd in Sydney, you'd be expecting something a little bit nicer. Yeah,
it was a little disappointing, wasn't it, from that point of view, and it was also interesting to see them cheer him off after we got a few runs as well. So Michael was clearly a very important player for us in the team, and it's great to see him back in a bit of form. So, but as you said, home ground here, very surprised if they got that sort of reaction again, but let's hope not, because like I said, it was a pretty disappointing thing. But yeah, home ground, Series 1, and he's playing well, so hopefully the fans get behind him now.
Cameron, can I just ask you, when that happened, were you in the viewing area, or where were you?
I was in the actual viewing area, inside the viewing area, getting padded up. So yeah, that's where I was.
Yeah, I was just wondering, like, when it happened, did it seem localised in a particular area? Or was it,
mate, I wasn't paying. I was getting ready to bat. I was next in, so I was putting on my gear, so I wasn't paying a hell of a lot of attention, to be totally honest.
Cameron, if Sean Marsh doesn't come up for the World Cup, Mike Hussey doesn't make it in time, when you see Brad Hodge, fellow Victorian, sort of being drafted into the squad, there's a bit of talk in the Reddit this morning saying, again, just up in arms, why this bloke's not there?
Well, obviously there's a few ifs there as well before you even start thinking about replacing Mike Hussey for a start, I think. But look, at the end of the day, I guess if Mike doesn't come up, or any player doesn't come up, there has to be a replacement player, and that'll be up to the selectors to find a suitable replacement. And there's lots of good candidates out there in the batting spots, and probably Brad's one of them. But I guess we're all hoping that Mike gets up and is available and fit for the World Cup.
Some of the concerns at the moment, obviously, the prospect of getting injured in one of these 2 games?
Look, at the end of the day it is, but I think if you go into a game with that sort of mindset, you're probably half a chance to get injured. So I think you just have to go at it flat out, and if that happens, it happens. But no, I don't think that's something that can come into your mind when you're playing international cricket.
And what about your performance? Are you happy with where you are at the moment?
Oh, no, not really. I've been a bit disappointed with the way I've gone so far. A couple of starts, and it feels like I'm batting well. I just haven't got the the big score I've been after. So still something left for me, in the last 2 games, and a good challenge for me personally. But no, not really happy with what I've done so far. No.
Is that one element of, I suppose, more collectively in the team, so 4-1 up, that you've still got improvement in the team in general?
Yeah, definitely. I think that we probably haven't played our best. We've played well in different aspects of the game, but we've never really played like a combined bat and ball, really good game. So, like I said, that's why they're probably 2 important games, because leading into the World Cup, I think we have to be on. You have to be at your best at the World Cup. So, yeah, there's still some room for improvement, and we've got to work away at that.
Is the more important thing been in these first 5 games that I suppose you built some spirits and confidence that maybe might not have been there in I suppose in the Australian squad generally after the action?
Well, yeah, definitely 4-1 up is a very good place to be in. We're clearly playing better cricket than what we have done, and but like I said, it's just about building that and building towards this, the big tournament, which is the World Cup. So, like I've just spoken about, there's still some work to do.
What do you need to be satisfied from the final 2 games?
Probably just capitalise on. I think I'm hitting the ball okay, but just get a big score, I guess. Get a couple of 40s and a couple of missed out a couple of times, so just to get a good score and just feels like contributing well to the team and hopefully keep winning.
Because those 40s came when the team lost quite a few wickets early.
Yeah, it's just, I guess that's just part of the game. You just play to the situation. So the other night, 3 for 100, felt as though we could just play a bit more, aggressively. But yeah, I guess that's what you do when you're playing in the middle order in one-day cricket. You just try and play to the situation.
Yeah. Have you been impressed by Mike's captaincy?
Yeah, I've always been impressed by Mike captain. I've said that, around the 2020 time and through men before the series. I've always enjoyed playing under Michael, and I think he's a very good tactician on the field, and clearly he's done a very good job in this series and every game he's captain for Australia that I've been involved in. So I think the players are enjoying his leadership style.
Things you've learned from him as well?
I think just tactically the way he goes about it on the ground and the way he thinks, being up close and in amongst it, and really communicating with him a lot on the field and getting some ideas about different situations when he and the way his mind thinks. I think that's just it's a good experience for me and everyone in the team.
Is he a different sort of captain to yourself when you're at Victoria, and if so, how?
I think every captain has their own different styles. Simply, from a simple point of view of just different field placements and the way they think on the field. But, and everyone does it differently, I think. So, yeah.
Is there much sort of exchange of information between, say, yourself and Michael and Ricky, just on how you approach certain situations, or just helping each other out?
I think more so on the ground. We're always talking about certain situations and just trying to work out, the best thing to do at the time, I think. So that's where it's good from my point of view. I can listen to what those two guys are saying and how they're thinking, how their mind works in certain situations on the ground, and then obviously go back and think about it, and hopefully it makes me a better captain as well.
Because has that been sort of part of Ricky's role, just getting back in with the group? Has he just been sort of in there just working on his fitness, or has he been sort of passing on a bit of information and having a chat from time to time?
To be totally honest, he's pretty bored actually. You wouldn't think the Australian captain could get that bored. He's just walking around the change room just annoying everyone, I think. So, but no, obviously it's great to have a person like Ricky around the change room to do anything really. He's been obviously working on his fitness. He's obviously doing everything to get his finger right, and in the next couple of days he'll start batting again, and at the same time he's helping out in the nets. And what better person could you have to try and help you get better as a player from a bowling, batting and fielding point of view. So obviously it's great to have him around.
Cameron, you're not training collectively today, but Sean Taylor.
Yeah, I think so. I understand he's bowling again today, and I think he's a pretty good chance to play tomorrow.